Hey everyone, it's me, Zen, and welcome to my Dark Souls 3 Quick Guide series, where I'm going to take you through Dark Souls 3, showing you everything you need to know and absolutely nothing that you don't. Now, since this is a quick guide, I am not going to be going through every single NPC questline or anything like that. If that's what you're looking for, there are many guides out there, for example, from Fighting Cowboy and other creators. You can look at Cowboy's Platinum Guide, for instance, that will give you every single NPC questline and make sure that you don't miss anything. This is just going to be the route that I take for maximum efficiency, so we might end up skipping a few things, and that's okay if you're looking to just get through the game as fast as possible and also progress properly. So with that said, I'm just going to skip this cutscene and we're going to get started making a character. I'm just going to name this guy Zini. And what we're going to do is, for the class, I'm going to go with Mercenary because the Sellsword Twin Blades that you start with are actually arguably the most overpowered weapons in the game. So if you want to get through fast, this is going to be your best bet. For Burial Gift, you can really pick any of these. None of them are super good, but I like to start with Sovereign the Soul. It gives you a couple thousand souls to start out with so that you can level up very quickly. And I'm not going to do any character creation, I'm just going to get started. Now that I'm in, first thing I'm going to do is unequip my shield because I don't want to use it, and then I'm going to take off all my armor for faster rolls. And then I'm going to press triangle to two-hand my weapon, and we're going to get going. Right here is the Ashen Estus Flask, which I actually don't need, so I'm going to unequip that as well. Now over here to the right is a Ravenous Crystal Lizard, and you don't have to fight this guy, but he does drop a Titanite scale. And if you plan on using any boss weapons, then Titanite scales will be necessary for upgrading, and it's always nice to get it early. Now you can always fight this guy later if you're having trouble with him, but I like to just get him out the way right off the bat, just so I don't forget. And hopefully, I won't die fighting him. He has a pretty simple moveset, a few basic moves that you just gotta watch out for, and he is fairly easy to stagger as well. He likes to do that roll sometimes. His attacks are pretty telegraphed, except for one. There's a stagger. And I'm going to actually clip through the wall based on the angle. One of his moves isn't very well telegraphed. I will mention it when I see it. It's this... Nope, that's not the one. That's his roll. That's a slam. Bite. He has a swipe. And that one as well. He has a sideward swipe that, is that a word, sideward? It is 2 AM in the morning right now, so, my English isn't exactly up to par. Anyway, he does have this swipe that goes from left to right from your perspective, that isn't telegraphed very well, so just keep an eye out for that. Anyway, once you beat him and get the Titanite scale and the soul item over there, you're just going to go back. And there's no reason to fight any of these guys. They don't drop any significant amount of souls. And we're just going to run up to the first bonfire. Here we are. Now the only thing we're going to grab in this area is a Titanite Shard, which is in an area that you have to jump to access. Now up here past this guy, you see that rock behind him? I'll kill him just to get him out the way. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that actually. It's alright. So there's this rock and there's a Titanite Shard right there. You basically just want to aim for that tree and then jump off. And to jump you just hold circle or B or whatever your run button is, and then push in L3, so push in your left thumbstick, and you will jump onto that coffin. You can grab the Titanite Shard, which we will use to upgrade our weapon later. And we're just gonna run straight past this guy. And here we are at the first boss fight, Iudex Gundyr. A very fun boss fight, by the way. And with these Sellsword Twin Blades, you can make very quick work of him. So you can do a little bit of damage to him as he's coming up. I don't know where that arrow came from. See, you can do a little bit of damage. He only has a few moves. Pretty well telegraphed. And he does not have much health. I basically just strafe around him and then just wait to punish an attack. Just roll and then you attack. And you can repeat that. And he does have a lot of delays where you can hit several times. And then he has this stagger position. You cannot actually do a like a riposte. You cannot do a critical hit on him when he's in that, but you can damage him a lot. And he does take increased damage in that state. This phase, which I didn't even talk about, is fairly easy. It's very intimidating, but at that point he has very low health, and you can just strafe around him, dodge any big swipes that he does, and just be sure to be careful on the timing on that big drop that he does, the big slam. Okay, so now we're gonna run up to this door and open it up. He dropped a few thousand souls. Now we're at 7,000, which isn't all that we have because we're also going to pop the Soul of a Nameless Soldier that we started with as our starting gift. That's just a Burgundy straight sword, so you can ignore that. Basically, we're just going to run straight up into Firelink Shrine. And if you wish to use the Uchi-Katana, you can head left up here, and the Swordmaster is there holding it. I'm not going to get it right now, but you can bait him off and you can kick him off the edge of the map. I'm going to skip through this dialogue, and actually don't want to level up yet. That was very premature. I'm just going to put the coiled sword in. Now, before I talk to Andre to allot our Estus, I do want to go to the roof of Firelink Shrine. First I'm going to level up. I'm going to pop that. So that gives an extra 2,000 souls. And I usually just crank it into health. I usually try to get to the 27 mark. Excuse me, I try to get to the level 27 mark with my vigor, because that's where you get a clean 1,000 health. Now we're going to go to this side of the stairs. And we're going to go up these, just to the right side of the entrance. And then we're going to head up to this tower. Now this door is locked, and this ladder is up. You can also grab these souls if you would like. But you can actually get onto this roof in a way that isn't intended, but it is helpful. It's a little bit tricky to do, so it might take me a few tries. I'll leave all my unsuccessful attempts in. But you basically want to run up to the tree and jump like that. And if you get it just right, you will jump onto the roof. I might get it third try, let's see. You just want to run up and then turn your stick to the right just before you jump. And if you can't get it, that's fine. This isn't like totally necessary, but it is very helpful. It gives you access to an Estus Shard, so you get 1 extra heal. There we go. So I was jumping a little too late. You want to jump slightly early. You want to turn to the right almost directly after you get onto the tree. So it gives you an Estus Shard, some Homeward Bones, and it also gives you the Covetous Silver Serpent Ring. So you will get a pretty significant boost in how many souls you're picking up, which is really good for early game leveling. Yes, and also you get access to trading with Pickle Pea and Pumperome, or whatever their names are. So there's the Estus Shard on that body. Now, come here and you look, there's probably messages if you're playing online. If you're not, just look at the one with 3 doors all next to each other, and then you can just roll straight through it. And then you're going to come over here, drop down, and there's a chest right here containing the Covetous Silver Serpent Ring. And I'm going to put that on right away. Then you can drop down and head back down. And now we're going to go talk to Andre. And that's actually the last thing we're going to do for this video, for the Firelink Shrine guide. Actually, one more thing. What we're going to do is talk to the Shrine Handmaiden, and for the future we're going to buy a torch. This is for the Cathedral of the Deep level, because if you get hit by a certain enemy, you will need a torch to get rid of a status effect. So we're just going to buy that in advance. And now we're going to go to Reinforce Estus Flask and give ourselves 4 Estus Flask. And then we're also going to do a lot Estus, because if you're a magic build, you will want to keep a Ashen Estus Flask, at least 1, preferably more. But we're not doing magic in this playthrough, so I'm just going to have full Estus. So we can actually start the game with, let's see what our vigor is. With 19 vigor and 5 Estus flasks, which is always how I start out. So that covers everything in this episode. Next time we will be going to the High Wall of Lothric, and I will show you around there. So thank you for watching, hope this helped you out a little bit, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.